this works. Hi.
Hi.
Nope. We're just saying hi to the video, Kingston. We are back on Facebook. It's been a while since we've been on Facebook. This will also be on YouTube after we make it, but we are live. We are live with you. Right, Madeline?
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday, which means it is Imagine Your Story Day. Imagine Your Story is the theme of our summer reading program. And so we've been getting a little creative on Fridays. We did the nature walk and told a story with stuff that we found on our nature walk last week. I told the story about the dragon where I added a piece to the dragon as we went through the story. Today, we are going to tell a story. We're going to imagine our story in a new way. Okay, so we have all of these little story cubes. Okay, and they all have different pictures. There we go. Okay, so we have a bunch of them. And so they all have little pictures, and that's how we're going to build our story. Okay, we're going to take turns, Madeline and I. We're going to roll them. Okay, whatever it lands on, that's going to be the next piece of our story. We're going to build a story that way. Just want to make sure you can see it.
Can I go first?
Of course you can, Madeline. Okay, so this is how we're going to imagine our story today. This is something, if any of my Storytime kids are watching, something that we do together when we are in person for Storytime. So you might recognize them. But it's new. Madeline and I haven't done it yet, so we're gonna have a little fun with it and try it out. Okay. Okay, Madeline wants to go first. Okay, so see, we have this whole we have lots of cubes, okay? So we are gonna create a story. Okay, Madeline. Show the picture that you.
Once upon a time, there was a castle.
Okay. That's the first part of our story. I'm gonna shake mine. Oh, and I got a house. So, far away from the castle, through a really dense thicket of woods and trees, was a little cabin. Okay, what happens next?
I don't know.
Oh, you gotta show the picture first.
In the little place,
Hold it up closer.
there was two kittens. There were two kittens.
What were the kittens doing?
And the kittens were always
Oh, okay. Were the kittens in the little cabin or in the castle?
in a little cabin. The kitties, whoever came into the woods, said no if they stopped in the woods. So they always go.
Okay. Okay. Should we see what's happening next? Oh, this is interesting. There's a little boy trying to make his way through a maze. Okay. He has left the little cabin in the woods and the hissing cats, and he's trying to make his way through the twisty purple maze to get to the castle, because he's looking for help because they have no more food to eat at the little cabin in the woods. So he is on a mission through the little maze, waving his white flag, trying to get to the castle to help get some food. Okay? Okay. What's next, Madeline?
But
You gotta show the picture though.
he made it to the castle, and in front of the castle, he saw a magic lamp.
What did he do with the magic lamp?
He rubbed it, and a genie came out.
Did he say anything to the genie?
You have 3 wishes. You can't wish for more wishes, and you can't wish for infinity money.
Okay. Oh, look, Miss Hennessy's watching us. Say hi, Miss Hennessy.
Hi.
um, did he make wishes yet or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna see what happens next. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. There is a masked man trying to give a lollipop to the little boy. Okay. He's trying to give the lollipop because he wants that magic lamp that the little boy just found at the foot of the castle door, the castle gate. And so he's trying to trick the little boy, and because he wants to make his own wishes.
Wait.
But the boy's too smart. He's not going to give it away to the masked man.
He found.
You got to hold him up.
He found 2 dolls. He found one of those dolls that you can like stack.
The nesting dolls.
Nesting dolls.
Who did, the little boy?
Mhm.
Okay.
And he thought someone lost it in the castle, and it turns out someone did.
So what did he do with them?
So he checked in with every person in the castle.
Oh, he was trying to find the owners of the nesting dolls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. What's going to happen next? Oh, I got a cave with some eyes and a mouth.
Oh, I have a story to tell with that.
Okay, so while he was looking, the little boy was looking for the owner of the nesting dolls. He went into the basement of the castle. And right underneath the castle, he went into the basement and down all these stairs, and underneath it was this deep, dark cave. And being a curious boy that he was, he wanted to check it out. And he wasn't sure what was inside the cave.
Inside
No, show the picture.
Inside the cave was a mouse with a cape and a superhero costume on. And he said, "Hello to my place, little boy. Those were my nesting dolls when I left the castle. I came back and noticed my dolls were gone. Can you please, pretty please, leave them here? I have lost them. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much."
And did the little boy give them to the mouse, the cape's
So
mouse?
he gave them to the cave mouse and then ran out of the cave because it was too weird for him.
Oh. But this was a nice mouse inside. The mouse seems to be smiling. Right?
He could still be tricking.
He could. That's correct. Okay, let's see. What's going to happen next? Oh! Remember the boy was looking for food and he made his way into the kitchen of the castle? And on the middle of the table was a giant birthday cake. Now, this birthday cake was meant for the king, but the boy was so hungry, he just had to take a big bite of the birthday cake.
The king came down and ordered him the dungeon of it. He was gonna be there for a month. He would never come out until that month was over. He would get this. He would get his 2 cats. He would get food, and he would get a bed. That's all.
Oh, how did his cats get there from the little cabin in the woods?
They knew he had the cats because he had a cat shirt and picture of them in his backpack because they checked his backpack. And then they found the cats, gave them to him, and he was that for a month.
Here is the little boy's grandma with her 2 cats. And she is starting to get worried about the little boy. She knew he went on this mission to go try and get their family some food. But she's starting to worry about him since he hasn't come back. And so she decides she's going to venture out through the woods and through the maze to try and find the boy.
While he was in the dungeon, he found a mean old dragon. The dragon firing the cottage. The cats ran and ran and ran because they could smell him with their senses.
So the dragon was firing at the dungeon or the cottage?
Cottage.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Oh.
Oh, I know what to do with that. I know.
So, the grandma, she's trying to look for her grandson, and she comes across a gentleman who is in the middle of the maze, but he has this special gadget that can help her fly. He can just push some buttons and it can help her fly where she wants to go. And this gentleman that's in the maze, he happens to like the little grandma, and so he helps her fly into the castle where she can look for her grandson. Okay, what happens next?
Next, they gave him a taco. They gave him a taco. They just gave him a taco.
Does he like tacos?
Yeah.
Hi, Max.
Oh, Max, I don't know.
Well, at least he's not hungry, right? That's a cool one.
Oh, I know what to do.
Why do you always know what to do with mine?
I know what to do.
Okay. With the special sword in the stone. What's going to happen, Madeline?
While the grandma was flying, she saw this in the stone, and she pulled it out with one of the buttons. And once she did, she could fight off all the knights that are guarding the castle. And once she did, she could fight her way through anything.
Did the sword have magic powers?
No.
No?
It was
just grandma was strong?
Yeah.
And was like good with the sword? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see how it is. Do you want to do the next one or you want me to?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, she saw a train while she was walking, forgot that she could fly, so she went on a train.
Well, but she was already in the castle. Was it a train in the castle?
No, she was still going to the castle.
Remember she flew to the castle?
Oh, yeah. And this train was going into the dungeon. So she decided to check there, and it was for visitors only.
Okay. Did she find her grandson yet?
Nope.
Did the train take her into the dungeon?
Yeah.
Oh, but she hasn't. He must be hidden really good in the dungeon, huh?
Yeah, he's in the very back, which if you go into, it's the birthday supplies ruiner section, so.
But along comes a magician with his magic wand. And the magician is not a fan of the king, so he wants to break everyone out of the dungeon. Wants to free all the people out of the dungeon. So he's going to use his magic wand. And what spell does he say to get them out, Madeline?
Let you release Atosis.
Oh. So the boy runs out, and all the other people that have been trapped in the dungeon, they run out, and the boy sees the train and he sees his grandma hanging off the side of it, looking for him and calling his name. So he runs to her and
Hugs her.
what happens next?
Next, they go back to where they live in the city. They go back to
Well,
the
they live in
city.
a cottage.
So they go to the city, buy a house with the money that the wizard gave them to live a life.
But what does that have to do with a spaceship?
Oh, the spaceship's just in the middle there. Plump in the middle. They live in the spaceship. That's where they live.
Oh, no more living in the cottage in the middle of the woods? They wanted to
No.
live in a spaceship? Does the spaceship fly?
Yeah, no.
No?
No.
Okay, one more. Let's see how our story ends. Do you want to do the last one?
And when they landed in the spaceship, they landed here. So they lived in this big castle. And they became the king and
They were the king, queen of this castle? Where was this castle?
queen in the middle of France.
Oh, interesting. Were they happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was the boy and the grandma and who else?
The cat.
The cats. Okay. So grandma's cats and the boy's cats.
Uh-huh.
Did they let anybody else in?
Visitors.
Okay. Did they have plenty of food now?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
And they have a lot of moolah.
Okay. So we just came up with a story. Started with a castle. This was our very first block. Ended with a different type of castle that's located in France. And if we had rolled these again, we would have had completely different pictures. So we could tell a ton of different stories with these. But that is how we imagined our story today. Don't forget, you can still sign up for a summer reading program anytime you want. islandfreelibrary.beanstack.org. Kids, teens, adults, anyone is welcome. And we'll be back next week with more virtual programs. Don't forget the library will be open tomorrow, 10 to 2. And I think that's it for us. Hope everyone has a good weekend. Okay, bye.